back, students. Today we are going to discuss about the polymer composites. In previous lectures, what we have done, we have studied about the polymerization, how polymers being manufactured, what are the manufacturing application of the polymer and their properties. We have discussed about these things in previous lectures. So today's lecture is very important, and we have found a new material. It's called composite. It is something different from the normal polymer material. So in detail we will discuss about the polymer concept, the concept of polymer, the concept of manufacturing of polymer, and their constituent, their properties, etc. So let's start with the basic funda of composites. Suppose we have two different materials, different in physical property as well as different in chemical property. When two different material are mixed together just to make a third material, or just to manufacture a third material, the third material will be termed as composite material. Means it is simple definition of composite material is a combination of two materials with different physical and chemical properties is called the composite material. Suppose material A and material B are different material with different physical and chemical properties. When mixed together, they will form a third material. The third material C will be known as composite material. It is a simple definition of composite. And the most important thing about this composite is, you should always remember that once the composite is formed, the most important thing about the composite is the property of this composite material will be much better than its constituent material or its parent material. Means here A and B are the parent material and C is the composite material. So the property of C will be much better than A and B as individual. So let's take an example. You will easily understand how the composite is important and why it is important in manufacturing industry. What are the importance of composite? Let's say an example. Suppose we have to manufacture a bow, as you can see on the screen. When we simply apply the load just to hit the target, what is happening here? The bow is about to bend and bow is bending. When the bending is occur, you will find that outer layer of the bow will be under tension and inner lower of the bow will be under compression. One layer of bow or simply one material will be in two different states. Outer layer will be tension and lower layer will be in compression. So we are supposed to manufacture a material which can easily hold two different types of load at the same time. So just to get this result, or just to find out the solution of this, we need to find out two different material of two different characteristics. One is good in tension, one is good in compression. If two material with different properties, means one is tension and one is good in compression, when they are laminated together, they will form a third material which will be known as a composite. They will be excellent for manufacturing of bow. Here you can see on the screen, the outer layer will be in tension and the lower or inner layer will be in compression. When two different material with different properties, means tensile and compression property, when they are laminated, when they are mixed in such a way that they are being laminated, now this material will be excellent for bow manufacturing. It is a simple example. Now we can take another example which is more simple, and most of the guys or most of the student can easily recognize this. It is simply a civil engineering structure, RCC, reinforced concrete cement. When we talk about the RCC, reinforced concrete cement, is simple civil structure manufactured with the concrete cement as well as metallic bar. What is happening here? Let's see. This concrete structure is good for compressive strength. We all know about, when we talk about the concrete structure, everyone know that it is excellent for compressive strength. It's okay, no problem. And all the building structure required excellent compressive strength. Now suppose if there is some vibration or some movement like this, then what will happen? This concrete structure will not bear a bending. It cannot withstand the bending movement. So in this case, once the vibration occur in the structure, it might fail, it might crack. So just to prevent this vibration, just to prevent this movement, reinforcement of metal is provided. And you know, the metallic bar will have excellent tensile strength as well as excellent bending strength as well as there are various good properties just opposite to the concrete structure. So now in case of RCC, the concrete structure is for compression and the reinforcement of iron bar is for bending as well as for tensile strength. So in this regard, you will find that this structure is sufficient for the compression as well as some other types of movement. So this is the simple example of composite material. We can easily identify how the composite plays an important role in nowadays, especially in manufacturing industries or especially in construction industries, because there is a lot of material is being used in form of composites. So hope you understand the how the composite plays an important role and what is the concept of composite. Simply it is a mixture of two different material just to manufacture a third material which will be greater in properties as compared to their parent material. It was the basic definition or basic funda of composite material. Now the main question is, why composite? Why we need to manufacture composite? Because it has strong and stiff property at it is light in weight. And the second one is the most important thing, it has excellent strength to weight ratio, means it has excellent in strength with respect to lower weight, and as well as stiffness to weight ratio as compared to the normal steel and metals. So we can prefer, that's why we are preferring the composite, because it has excellent strength to weight ratio as well as stiffness to weight ratio as compared to, or you can say that much better than the steel and other metallic bars. And the third one is most important thing, fatigue property is excellent. The fatigue property of composite is also very good. Toughness is excellent. Corrosion not occur like steels. Here are the less chances of the corrosion occurrence on the surface of composites as compared to the steel. It has good combination of properties, means one material you can have different properties in a single material. Like if you talk about the RCC have excellent compressive strength as well as the bending strength. But if you talk about only concrete structure, it is good for the compression. If you talk about only steel structure, it is good in tensile strength as well as in bending strength. But when they are combined together, they will provide compressive strength as well as bending strength. So these are the basic points, that's why we need to manufacture composite material. Now come to the next point, the classification, how they are classified. Basically composites are classified in two ways, majorly in two ways. The first one is natural category, naturally occurring composites, and the second is the synthetic or man-made composites. Natural composites, we can simply say that wood or human bones, animal bones are the natural composite. They have different constituent. We are not going in detail about the constituent of wood or constituent of human bone, but they have different constituent which makes the wood or bone excellent in different properties. So these are the natural composites, and apart from the natural composite, there is synthetic, which is very important to study about. The synthetic means man-made, how the composites are being manufactured by human beings just to make is applicable in a different engineering aspect. The first category is of synthetic composite is based on matrix, and the second is based on reinforcement. Means when we talk about the composite, basically two things are there. One is matrix, one is reinforcement. All the material, if it is in continuous phase, you can say it is the matrix, and apart from the continuous phase of the material, there are certain reinforcement or certain things are mixed, they are called the reinforcement. Similarly, as you can see in case of RCC, in case of RCC, concrete structure or the cement is the continuous phase, you can call this matrix, and metallic bar is the reinforcement. Similarly, matrix might be a polymer matrix, means main constituent, main continuous phase of material might be a polymer, main constituent or main continuous phase of the material might be metal, or it might be a ceramic. So on the basis of matrix, you can classify as polymer matrix composite or metal matrix composite or ceramic metal composite. Means the major continuous phase of material will be polymer, it might be metal, it might be ceramic. And the second category is based on reinforcement. Apart from the matrix, there are reinforcement is also there. How the reinforcement done, how the reinforcement of different things are placed in the continuous material or in metal matrix, or you can say that how the reinforcement done in matrices. So there are three categories you can classify on the basis of reinforcement is done. They are in three categories. One is shape, then orientation, then chemical nature. What is shape? Basically the reinforcement shape, whether it is continuous or they are in might be they are in short fibers, might be are in viscous, might be they are in particulates. So on the basis of shape, the overall matrix may be reinforced with continuous short fiber, viscous or particulate reinforcement. So on the basis of shape, this is the one class of the matrix. And the second is orientation. Fibers might be placed in one directional or in random. If we talk about the orientation, then reinforcement might be random, their orientation might be random, or their orientation might be directional or in one directional. Similarly, in case of chemical nature, it might be oxides, carbides or nitrides. So these are the basic classification. When we talk about the classification of the composites, so it is a simple classification of composite material in synthetic category based on based on matrix and based on reinforcement. If you can take one example, that is glass fiber reinforced plastic. If we talk about glass fiber reinforced plastic, so by the name we can easily identify the plastic is a continuous phase, means it is the matrix, it is the category of matrix. Here we are using polymer matrix, plastic as a matrix and glass fiber is a reinforcement. So here it is the plastic matrix composite. If you take this example as glass fiber reinforcement, it is the category of polymer matrix composite. Now come to the main domain, that polymer composite. When we talk about the polymer composite, it is the main domain of the topic. A polymer matrix composite is a composite material composed of variety of short or continuous fiber bound together by an organic polymer matrix. It is a simple definition of polymer composite is a polymer matrix composite is a composite material composed of variety of short and continuous fiber. It is the composition of variety of shorts and continuous fiber bound together by an organic polymer matrix. Means here is a polymer matrix, here the matrix is polymer. In the polymer matrix there are various short and continuous fiber are bound together. They are form a composite which is called the polymer composite. Basically the polymer composites are designed to transfer load between fibers of matrix. Here the main design of the PMCs are just to transfer the load between the fiber of a matrix. Now if we talk about the further classification of polymer composite, then we can have a two category of classification of polymer composite. One is matrix, one is reinforcement. Means there might be a two types of matrix, one is thermosets, one maybe thermoplastic. Means if you talk about the only polymer composite, just leave the RCC, just leave the metal matrix. If we talk about simply polymer composite, then matrix might be thermosets, matrix might be thermoplastic. Here is only two categories of plastic we have done in the previous lectures, especially we have discussed about the thermosets and thermoplastics. So matrix might be thermosets like phenolic, epoxy, polyester, etc. or matrix might be a thermoplastic like nylon, polypropylene, polyvinyl chloride, etc. So one is matrix, means thermosets or thermoplastic. Second is reinforcement, means in the plastic as a matrix which kind of reinforcement is provided. The first category of reinforcement is synthetic fiber, means the fibers which are being manufactured by the man like carbon glass, Kevlar, etc. These are the synthetic fiber which can be placed in matrix, in polymer matrix. And the second category of reinforcement is natural fiber. Natural fiber like jute, sisal, banana, etc. They are the natural fiber, natural occurring fiber which can be extracted from the nature, which can be extracted from the natural vegetable, natural you can say natural trees like banana fiber. We can take it from the banana tree. So The reinforcement might be synthetic, reinforcement might be natural. So in this regard, reinforced polymer composite or the polymer composite can be classified as a matrix and the reinforcement. On the basis of matrix, they might be a 2 category. On the basis of reinforcement, they might be of 2 category. One is thermostats as a matrix, one is thermoplast as a matrix, and in case of reinforcement, the reinforcement might be synthetic fiber and the reinforcement might be a natural fiber. So it was basic concept about the polymer composites. So hope you understand what is simply a composite material. Hope you understand the concept of composite, how the material are mixed together just to make a third material with excellent property. The basic purpose of the manufacturing of composite is to attain the higher property at the property of consistent material. So the basic concept or basic funda behind the manufacturing of composite is to just mix two different properties together with some technical methods. We will discuss in detail in further lecture how the composite is being manufactured. The processing of composites will be covered in the next lectures. Here are some natural fibers: jute, hemp, kenaf, flax, remi, sisal. These are the natural fiber which is naturally occurring. We can use just to make the polymer composites. Hope you understand the basic funda of composite material, and in further lectures we will discuss about the manufacturing of composite as well as how the processing occur of this kind of composite, because the most important thing is how we will use these composite to convert into tangible products. So we will discuss in further lectures how the composite material is being processed to convert into final products. Till then, take care. Goodbye.